Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rusty 78609, and it is Sunday, April the 22nd at 6:52 a.m. New Mexico time. So having said that, moving right along here, guys. Anyway, it is a nice day. Sun's coming up, cakes on the griddle and all that stuff. But no, it's perfectly clear sky, dry as usual. And the inside temperature of my RV right now is about 60, which is not too bad. I got one little burner on the stove. I did run the furnace for about 15 minutes, and it's nice and toasty. I mean, what I found out is I can do a lot more with this solar than I thought. When I first started out, I was real careful not to have lights on or anything like that, but now what I've found is I can be a little more, quote, wasteful, so to speak, and actually have lights on and run the furnace and all that stuff. But anyway, yeah, I had visitors yesterday. That was really nice, and thank you very much. The people from Las Cruces. But the strange thing about it, I had done a video of Las Cruces and had driven through their neighborhood. I think I mentioned that in the video, but that is like winning the lottery twice in one day, because it was just a random event. And anyway, this is Avalon, and Avalon says, "This is a compliment, and as a nurse I wanted to let you know that your color and your face looks like you are healthy." Well, that YouTube does that. Anyway, I have been watching your videos, and I suppose I am saying that traveling in fresh air suits you. I think it suits everybody. Funny, I finished my comment while you are talking, and then you said something about being an old man. Well, I'm not exactly young, 72. Well, I feel good. No intention except pointing out that you are, at least to me, look healthy since you have been on your trip. Yeah, well, I've been sleeping good. See, I'm in my home. That's the difference. You know, when I was in the truck and the Prius, after a few weeks, I looked like I was wore out, and I was. Carrie Duval, yeah, the old Cochiti. Rusty, I love the clouds in this video. I love to fly my 4K drone when there are clouds like this. It makes a beautiful backdrop for your videos, for the videos. Yeah, a lot of people have drones. I don't think I'll get one, but a lot of people have them. I think they're interesting. This is about the visitors. Got a few comments on that. Roy Vanoy, check this out on your map. Rio Bravo campground near Taos on the River Federal. I don't know where that is. I've never heard of it. Yeah, I will. I'll check it out. Thank you, Roy. Appreciate the link. This is Kevin Loving on the visitors. Rapid City is great right about now. A little chilly in the morning, but it is very quiet right now before the season starts. Lots of great places to camp. I am headed there Wednesday with a pop-up. Okay, it's good to know. Rapid City, South Dakota. Big Guy Travel, visitors, very cool. Big Ben, driving Santa Fe. This is Popo 47. Big Bend, Parliament. Okay, thank you. PJ Bikerful, the old Cochiti, says, welcome to all new subs and Rusty's Rangers. Let's go for a drive with episode 260 of the world-renowned Drive Time with First Sergeant Rambling Rusty. I got a battlefield promotion, I guess. Thank you, PJ Bikerful. This is Strongland Speed X on the visitors. Got some more comments on that. From Rusty's seldom opened vault of incredible facts, Slim Whitman has had influence on two of the Beatles. Paul restrung his guitar to play left-handed like Slim did. George Harrison's dad always bringing home Slim Whitman records. George, when a boy, was so influenced by Slim Whitman, he took up guitar, and the rest is history. Well, thank you. I didn't know anything about Slim Whitman. I didn't know any of this. Wanda Thurman, nice to see some of Rusty's Rangers. We all love you. Thank you, Wanda. Clint Price, great to see some of your followers, Rusty. Hope they have a great journey with their tour. Me too. Yeah, they're going on a trip pretty soon. It's kind of a bus tour, and it's going to be a combo bus tour and fifth wheel travel trailer and tour. This is Trail Trekker on driving in Santa Fe. It says the Centers for the Center. Anyways, he says the CDC tells customers to throw out romaine lettuce. He's got a link to CDC. Says it's grown in Yuma, Arizona region. Okay, that's good. So he's got a link to it. So check it out. If you got some romaine lettuce, you might want to check it out. Big Guy Travel looks very nice. Nice pictures. You're quite welcome. Ernesto T, the visitor, says that is awesome. It is awesome. I agree with you. Roger St. Martin, the old Cochiti. Nice to see and hear about Native Americans and tribes without a big-ass casino in the background. Well, that's, they're just trying to make money, guys. And they just took advantage of a little glitch in the law. And, I don't think they do. Some of them do pretty good. The one near Ruidoso does pretty good. The Inn of the Mountain Gods, I think it does pretty good. Trail Trekker, Old Cochiti Economics, 23 point, Old Cochiti Economics. 23.9% make under $15,000 per year. The income per capita is $14,804. Yeah, they're not a rich reservation, that's for sure. And it's a cultural thing too. I don't want to get into it, but it's a cultural thing, and who am I to judge? Tracy Phillips, this is one of your best videos, Rusty. My wife and I both listened to it. Something how to begin something. I must have done what I said. I don't know. Mike Butterfield, visitor, says a giant windsock in the sky. I hear you. Anyway, Ernesto T, the old Cochiti, says thanks for the drive, Rusty. Pignon bread recipe for Rusty's Rangers. He's got a link to a pignon bread recipe. Thank you, Ernesto. Amy Mosley Smith, this is about the visitors. Rusty, you have a talent. You have a latent reporter living inside of you. Wholly enjoyable video. Yeah, I hear you. Very latent. Heavy on the word latent, right? Joyce Barnett, I am so glad that you are so respectful of other people and their customs. Not near enough of us are. So thank you for that. Looked like you had a pretty day and to talk and drive. Thanks for taking me along on this drive. See you tomorrow. Stay safe. Happy trails. Yeah, they're actually having some kind of event over there. I'm going to go over there today and see if I can find it. It's a kind of a yard sale thing, and they're going to have some baked stuff. I hope they're going to have some baked bread. I'll buy some. Mike Ellis, visitors, Rusty holding court again. I hear you. Mark H, very nice folks. Yeah, they were. They were very, very nice. I'm surprised they went to the trouble to even come by. Of course, they were going to the rocks, whatever it is, peaks, tent rocks. Thank you. I got it. It finally fell in place. Yeah, and they just, and I'm only about from tent rocks where you turn off 22, probably 4 miles. So it wasn't too far out of their way, thank goodness. Anyway, Mark H says, very nice, folks. Anyway, thank you. PJ Frog, Rusty, I like the heck out of you, and I only mean to help you and your other fans out there. I know Cochiti looks like it's pronounced, but it's actually pronounced Cochiti. Okay, Cochiti. Okay, I won't remember that anyway, but thank you. I only lived here in Albuquerque since 1985 and played golf at Cochiti many times. That's fine. Coaching, whatever it is, if I get it wrong, just, what I'm saying. Ronlin 100, I'm excited to see your gimbal when you get it, Rusty. Hope you'll show us how to use it. It'll be great for you to use it while out walking to keep your vid steady. Well, the gimbal didn't work out. The reason is my phone doesn't fit, and the Android app crashes, okay? And and also the Android app, it captures way too much data, okay? It just takes over your phone, okay? And if you accept the app things, you've just turned your phone over to the Chinese, okay? So anyway, it is what it was. It was a $99 unit, and it's made out of plastic and so forth. No, I didn't buy it, but I'll if I find one for a reasonable price that works, then I'll do it. But until then, we'll just keep going with what I've got. Mike Butterfield, Rusty went to see the gypsy, told her about Sonia So Divine. Now he's going back to ride on her trike with some love potion number 9. Mike, you've lived alone too long, my friend. It says Ronlin 100. The camera in your car is not that shaky, Rusty. Looks fine to me. I am interested in seeing what that gimbal looks like if you get it. I'm getting excited about my road trip to Branson next week, going to haul my Jayco 14-footer behind me. Probably too many people, but it'll be fun not knowing where I am for a change. Happy trails. Well, good luck on your travels, Rondlin. And as far as the camera and stuff, the gimbal, I'm not a gimbler yet. I'm not a gambler either, and so I'm not going to gamble on a gimbal, okay, yet. The old Cochiti, says Jeff Foster, says, I was invited to participate in a powwow once. It was enjoyable, and I was honored to do so. They also had a traditional wedding ceremony that was a renewing of vows, very sacred, and loved every minute of it. Yeah, you just have to respect cultural differences. That's all. Thank you, Jeff. Mabel Lane, visitors, good chat, Rusty. Thank you. Norm Stark, this is on the Little Snoozy RV. We had some work done on our 2015 Snoozy in Durango last summer, and the dealer had to hide the trailer because of all the people coming into the dealership to check it out. We have two 90 amp AGM batteries and a 2,000 watt inverter with 26 amp charger. We do a week in the boonies without solar. That's pretty good. 3 years from Florida to California in our cabin in Pagoda Springs, and no issues yet except for a leaky wheel bearing. Interesting. Good for you, Norm. Enjoy your travels. Rondlin 100. Those clouds are gorgeous today, boss. Well, they are. They're like that every day. Someday we don't get clouds very often out here. Mr. Lee, like your videos. You're getting there, Rusty. I really am. I'm getting somewhere. Rondon 100, you're getting famous, boss. Nice folks visiting you today. Yeah, they were nice, and as far as me being famous, that's not happening. Just some nice people wanting to visit, and I appreciate it. Tracy Phillips, that was neat, Rusty. You're getting more famous by the day. Great video. No, I'm not. I don't know what that word means. What does it mean, huh? Does that mean, I don't know. Roads Untraveled, the old Cochiti. Rusty, I read this book some time ago, thought it was interesting. Maybe some of your subscribers like to read it. Thanks for all the neat information. That's what the old ones say. Pre-colonial revelations of, well, I don't want to talk about that. For me, he says pre-colonial revelations of God to Native America, a revealing book of intriguing stories told by the elders. Yeah, it would be interesting to hear it from the side of the Native Americans because of what they were basically brainwashed. They were forced to work with the churches, okay? And if they didn't go to church, they lost certain privileges. I mean, it was terrible, actually, in my opinion. A lot of things have been done in the name of religion that I certainly don't agree with, okay? Mike Butterfield. But that's the way it is. Big fish eat little fish. The pinon pine is the Mexico state tree. All right, how about that? I did not know that. Thank you, Mike. I see you 812. I like turtles. Well, that's interesting. It's very interesting. I mean, it fits right in with visitors. I mean, thank you. Milo Ryan, Rusty, you are so funny. Thanks for the ride. You're welcome. I was driving in Santa Fe. Fern W, Mongolia. Yeah, I was in Mongolia. Talking about the old Cochiti. Pat, evening, Rusty. Nice drive around. That church reminded me of the old movie Lilies of the Field with Sidney Poitier when he built those German nuns a church in the middle of nowhere in New Mexico. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. Thank you, Pat. Visitors enjoyed the visit. Thanks. Damon Noyes. So very intriguing. Sure wish I knew more about native cultures. Yeah, me too. I know very, very, very little. And what I've read, I'm not sure is accurate. Milo Ryan, the sky is awesome. Clouds look like cotton balls. They did. Well, that's because we're about 5,500 feet in elevation, and it's a dry, clear sky. The old Cochiti, Lorraine Spence. Now, Rusty, if you run into knights and sword fighting and dressed, if you run into knights and sword fighting and dressed in medieval clothing, please stop and say hi. You would come across members of the Society of Creative Anarchism. There are kingdoms all over. If you get bored, check out sca.org. Thanks for being respectful of other cultures. Well, thank you. Daryl Staten, smart man, Rusty 78609. I don't know about that. Thank you, though, Daryl. Bueya, B-U-E-Y-A, Bueya Kasha. You look a little like Al Pacino in the thumbnail. Great video and excellent advice. God dang, I look like everybody, and everybody looks like me. Camperman King, visitors. I thought it might be Elmer and his wife, but it wasn't. No, it wasn't. I'm afraid they didn't make it. They were a no-show again. Mike Cox. Enjoyed seeing some of your viewers. They have a T-shirt with a saying something to the effect, "When I was yelling at you as we were parking, I was not mad at you." All the best from Central Arkansas. This is Santa Fe Square. John Bruce. Wow, that's a deal. That is why you have an RV. It is. Well, and other reasons. Phil McCracken. Rusty, as much as you traveled west, do you ever consider moving to New Mexico or Arizona? Or yeah, I'm considering it right now. I'm considering possibly relocating to New Mexico for the duration. Where? I got a place in mind. Yeah, I may do that. Serious. PJ Frog. Well, I can be anywhere. Okay, I don't have to be in Central Texas in the humidity and the heat. I can be anywhere. So I just need to find a spot that I like and park. The old Cochiti, PJ Frog 10. Only problem if his rangers want to try and ask people where this place is, the locals aren't going to understand. Anyway, he says he got hooked on a Rusty. He's only a year older than me. I'm only a year older than you, PJ Frog. Scotty Thompson's back, guys. But Scotty's got a bunch of them here. Cool Cochiti Lake, New Mexico Talk Rusty. Cool comment call Rusty. I like watching your YouTube video. They're very interesting, Rusty. Cool Tent Rocks National Monument, New Mexico Talk Rusty. Cool comment call Rusty. What cell phone you looking at bust by, and what the name of the brand phone, Rusty? I wasn't looking for a cell phone at Best Buy. He called it bust, B-U-S-T, bust by. That's pretty close. They may be going bust, but anyway, actually it's called a gimbal. It's the thing you put your phone in to use whenever you're walking. Cool Santa Fe, New Mexico camping update talk Rusty. Thank you. Cool Cochiti Pueblo area Rusty. Thank you, Scotty, for all your comments. Here's another one. Cool RVing future crowded talk Rusty. Thank you. Thank you, Scotty Thompson. Mike Smith. I hope to visit Cochiti Spot 2 in the future. It's a nice place. It is. Gertrixa. Great to meet some rangers. Greetings to all followers from Germany. Dertrixa is our man in Germany. The Gates. Wanda Katz. Hi, Rusty. Great video. Speed bumps. Here in the UK, we also call them sleeping policemen. Hi to Rusty's Rangers. Very good, Wanda. Thank you for keeping us up to date. Wanda Katz in Santa Fe. She also says, enjoy your lunch. Thank you. I did. And it worked out pretty good. I sat there and had a nice lunch. And then I got to go into the Burger King or whatever it was, Taco Bell, whatever that it was, and wash my hands and use the restroom and continue my trip. Janice Peck, hi. This couple has a good idea about taking tour bus while on the road. Park the rig at a parking lot where bus leaves from, and when returned on wheels again. Enjoyed video, Rusty. Yeah, I thought they had a good idea too. David 32937. Comment call. Just wondering if you still use the microphone in driving videos. Sometimes. If I remember. I did not prefer the change initially, but if you're still using it, I've gotten used to it. If you get the gimbal, this Ranger will miss the old shaky Jake jokes. Well, actually, the gimbal won't be used in the truck anyway. The gimbal, it doesn't come off. You can't use it as a dash mount. It's just for walking, okay? And I don't know. We'll see. I was disappointed that it was such a piece of crap. Number one, number two, that you have to set it. You put your phone in and you have to kind of balance it, so to speak, and it learns that. And then anyway, but my phone, I've got even out of the cover, it's a 5.7-inch screen, and where it fits in, you couldn't plug the external speaker in, so it had some downs. I wasn't impressed, let me say that. Janice Peck, hi Rusty, appreciate background, culture of this tribal community, awesome round structure. Nope, wouldn't want to even take a peek up those stairs after what you shared. You were fortunate to see the cultural rituals this day. Enjoyed video. Well, apparently they're having some kind of gathering in Albuquerque in the near future, and this was just a practice run for this particular tribe, okay? They were just practicing for this event coming up in Albuquerque. That's what I think. This is Verbosser1. Bow and arrow are getting famous, Rusty. Good interview. Thank you, Verbosser. Wanda Katz, Rusty, you have a natural talent for interviewing folk. Boy, don't I ever. Boy, don't I really. John Gertbach, nice and quiet area. Yeah, it was. It really is. Sherry Sprankle, nice of them to come visit you. It was. And but anyway, that's all the comments. But what I wanted to do too, I wanted to mention this to you. And I know there's only 2 of you left. But there is a YouTube video that I watched yesterday that I found very interesting because it's kind of a look into the future by this guy from India that's very sharp. He's a physicist, I think, or physics something, and he I think he's out in the Silicon Valley area. Very sharp guy. But the name of the video is "Your Life in 2027: A Look at the Future." Okay. Again, Your Life in 2027, a look at the future. Very good. I mean, 2027 is only 9 years away. Okay, and yeah, he kind of got my attention because all this these technological changes that are happening. Like everybody, a lot of people moving to solar, electric cars, and all that. It's going to create kind of an economic train wreck and an employment train wreck. Okay. And a disruption, let me say that. And how that disruption is going to play out, there's nothing you can do about it, but if you're aware of it, then you can kind of have a framework of a plan on how to deal with these things as they change, okay? But anyway, having said that, from Cochiti Lake in New Mexico, this is Rusty78609 saying that it's clear outside. It's about probably in the low 40s and no wind today. Nope, no wind today. So that's good. And I'm going to go to a yard sale, I think, on the Cochiti reservation, and maybe get some baked bread. But anyway, thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye. Buy anything your little heart desires. If you think about it, use the link to Amazon products. I appreciate it. Some of you have. Some of you did yesterday. I appreciate it. Yeah, thank you very much. Pat. And yeah, yep, I appreciate that. But yeah, if you use the link, fine. If it's too much trouble, don't worry about it. It doesn't cost you anything, but I know how it is. Some people just don't want to do that. But having said that, moving on to drink plenty of water. 3 or 4 quarts a day won't hurt you. It'll help you avoid gout, kidney stones. It'll also help you lose weight. Take deep breaths. Breathe in deep. Breathe out slowly. Why? Because that will help you lower your stress, and that lowers your blood pressure. Is that good for you? Yeah. Stretch. Walk. Do all that good stuff. Keep your body in motion. Stand guard at the door of your mind. Do not let negative Nancy or negative Ned dump trash in your head, and particularly do not let the news media climb in there and get you stirred up emotionally, because that's how they live. Anyway, enjoy your day, enjoy your life one day at a time, and we'll talk again hopefully sometime today. Adios, amigos. Bye-bye.